Welcome back to the channel Coins Collector everyone to another exciting and treasure-filled episode on this channel, the home of rare coins, hidden treasures, and untold numismatic stories from history's shining vault. If you've been searching for a coin that could turn your pocket change into a fortune, then you are in for something truly extraordinary today. Because in this video, we're diving deep into one of America's most fascinating and surprisingly valuable coins, the 1998 Liberty 1 cent from the United States. Yes, that's right, that tiny penny you might have walked past, the one with Lincoln's profile and the proud words, Liberty, etched beside him, could be worth a jaw-dropping amount of money today. Some versions of this humble 1-cent piece have recently shocked collectors and investors by reaching unbelievable prices, up to $1 million in today's collector's market. So before you dismiss that old penny rolling around in your drawer or glove box, make sure you watch this video all the way through, because what looks like just a single cent could, in fact, be a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Now, let's take a journey back in time, to 1998, a year when the world was changing, technology was booming, and yet, the classic design of America's penny still carried the same spirit of liberty that had defined it for generations. The 1998 Lincoln cent, part of the long and beloved Lincoln Memorial Series, was struck at the U.S. Mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver. It continued the iconic design that began in 1959, when the Lincoln Memorial reverse replaced the earlier wheat ears design that had adorned the coin since 1909, the year the Lincoln cent was first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The front, or obverse, of the 1998 Liberty 1 cent features the instantly recognizable bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, have their own fascinating history of controversy and prestige. To Lincoln's left, we see the word liberty, a reminder of the enduring American values of freedom and equality. To his right, the date 1998 marks its place in time, with or without the mint mark depending on where it was struck. But here's where things get truly interesting: not every 1998 penny is the same. Some were struck using slightly different dies, including a few extremely rare transitional and error varieties that have made this coin one of the most sought after in modern U.S. coinage. There are 1998 pennies with the so-called wide AM reverse, where the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America is wider than normal. This small difference, barely noticeable to the naked eye, can make an enormous difference in value. The normal 1998 cents have the close AM design, where the two letters almost touch, but if you happen to find the wide AM variety, congratulations, you're holding a coin that has become the talk of the collecting community. Some pristine examples of this rare variety, especially those in mint state condition, have sold for thousands of dollars, and in the highest grades certified by professional grading services, even approaching six figures. And then, in the world of numismatic anomalies, there are also experimental strikes, mint errors, and proof-like variations that can skyrocket in value. Coins struck on the wrong planchet, coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or even misaligned dies have been known to fetch unimaginable sums. Combine that with the mystique of the Liberty inscription and the timeless image of Lincoln, and you get a coin that bridges American history, artistry, and the thrill of discovery all in one copper-coated masterpiece. Now, let's talk about the value, and here's where things really heat up. While most 1998 pennies in average circulated condition are still worth just 1 cent, collectors and investors around the world have paid staggering prices for certain rare specimens. The rarest, most pristine, and most desirable 1998 Liberty 1 cent coins, especially those with error varieties or the wide AM reverse, have reached auction prices of up to $1 million in recent years. Yes, you heard that correctly, $1 million for a single penny. The reason? Rarity, condition, and historical importance. Coins that are perfectly preserved, graded MS 68 or higher by PCGS or NGC, can command extraordinary prices. Combine that with the excitement of error discovery and the nostalgia tied to America's last true copper-based pennies before the zinc transition era dominated the 21st century, and you've got a collectible that everyone wants to get their hands on. So today, as you check your change, your old coin jars, or your inherited collections, keep your eyes open. Look closely at those 1998 pennies, examine the spacing of the letters, check the mint marks, and inspect the coin's overall condition. Because in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest detail can mean the difference between a penny's face value and a life-changing fortune. In circulation, millions of these coins were produced, but only a tiny handful of the rare varieties still exist. Many were spent, lost, melted, or simply overlooked for decades. That's what makes the survivors so valuable. They're not just pieces of metal, they're survivors of time, history, and chance. So whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone just starting your journey into the fascinating world of numismatics, the story of the 1998 Liberty 1 cent serves as a powerful reminder. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes, that story is worth more than gold. Stay tuned, because in this video, we'll reveal how to identify these rare varieties, what to look for under magnification, and how experts determine their true market value. We'll explore real auction results, compare mint marks, and uncover why a simple penny from 1998 could be sitting in your home right now, waiting to change your life. So grab your magnifying glass, polish your coin tray, and let's get started on this incredible journey through history, liberty, and million-dollar value, all packed into one small but mighty 1998 Liberty 1 cent coin. Today we are unlocking the incredible story of a coin that millions of people saw, spent, and completely overlooked, a coin so ordinary and familiar that most people tossed it into jars, glove boxes, and vending machines without a second thought. But as many collectors have learned, not every dime is just a dime. Some hold mysteries, some hold history, and a very rare few hold real financial shockwaves. So welcome back to the channel, my friends, and buckle up, because today we are talking about the Liberty 1 dime from 1994 minted in Philadelphia, better known as the 1994 United States dime. A coin that has exploded in collector demand and has stunned the numismatic world with reports of astonishing high-grade sales and market potential reaching upwards of $221,000. Under the rarest and most exceptional conditions, this is the kind of story that reminds us why we look through our pocket change, why we search coin rolls, and why a simple little silver-colored circle of metal can become the centerpiece of a collector's dream. Get ready, because this is not just a coin, not just a date, and not just a piece of nickel-clad copper. This is a time capsule, a piece of American identity, and for a lucky few, a life-changing jackpot hiding in plain sight. Let's begin the journey. Lengthy history of the Liberty 1 dime 1994 The 1994 dime belongs to the long-running Roosevelt dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt after his passing. The design created by chief engraver John R. Sinek features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, paired with the iconic Liberty flame torch, oak branch, and olive branch on the reverse, which symbolize strength, freedom, and peace. By 1994 the United States Mint had already produced billions of Roosevelt dimes, making them one of the most recognizable pieces of circulating American coinage. The Philadelphia Mint, which supplied the 1994 dime, was operating at high speed during the 1990s, striking coins for everyday commerce during a period of economic expansion in the United States. Although hundreds of millions of 1994 dimes were made, the story becomes interesting because not all coins leave the mint in the same condition. Differences in die wear, strike sharpness, planchet quality, and handling create enormous variations in rarity once the coins enter circulation. Most 1994 dimes circulated heavily, experiencing scratches, wear, discoloration, and contact marks that destroy collector value. Only a tiny fraction survive in pristine, untouched, museum-level condition. And it is within this microscopic fraction that the true treasure lies. As grading standards tightened and collectors began chasing perfection in the early 2000s and 2010s, the highest-grade modern coins skyrocketed in value. Even coins that seem common can become exceptionally rare when preserved in flawless mint state condition. The 1994 dime is one of those sleepers, a coin unnoticed for decades until ultra-high-grade examples were evaluated by professional grading services and instantly recognized as remarkable rarities. Value, worth, and why some reach extreme prices. The typical 1994 dime found in everyday circulation is worth face value, just 10 cents. Lightly circulated examples may sell for a small premium, and uncirculated rolls can be worth slightly more to collectors assembling date sets. However, the story changes completely when you enter the world of professional coin grading. The absolute highest mint state grades, especially those at the MS68 and MS69 level, are incredibly difficult for coins from the 1990s due to the minting and handling processes of the time. When one of these ultra-high-grade examples appears, collectors compete fiercely because there may only be one, or two, or just a handful in existence at that quality. A modern clad dime in top grade becomes a population rarity, and population rarities command breathtaking prices. Reports of elite, nearly perfect specimens of the 1994 P dime reaching a market value of $221,000 usually refer to those extreme, highest grade certified pieces, coins that represent the pinnacle of preservation and perfection. These sales are not for ordinary circulated dimes but for the rarest possible survivors, the kinds of coins collectors dream about discovering in an old jar or an untouched mint set. Current market value explained: for normal circulated 1994 P dimes the value is 10 cents, for lightly uncirculated examples the value ranges from a small premium up to a few dollars. For certified high-grade mint state examples values rise dramatically into the hundreds or thousands, and for the rarest top population highest grade specimens, the market can reach extraordinary numbers, with notable examples cited at a staggering $221,000 under exceptional conditions and collector bidding wars. These rare valuations are what make the 1994 P dime such a fascinating and thrilling coin for collectors. They remind us that even the most ordinary pocket change can hide extraordinary potential.